Good morning everybody, it's Steve, the British Railroader, here on a very sunny Friday the 11th of March 2022. I'm at Southend East Station and today we're going on tour, so keep watching and hopefully we're going to see some trains in and around London. So my route today is going to take me from here at Southend East down to Barking. I'm going to change trains and get on the Gospel Oak to Barking line, better known as the Goblin, which is part of the London Overground. And then when we get to Gospel Oak, we're going to change trains and go round to Clapham Junction, spend some time at Clapham Junction, then get another London Overground train, head over towards New Cross and then up to Stratford. And once we get to Stratford, we can get the Docklands Light Railway back to West Ham, which is on this line, and come back home again. So basically what we're going to do today is we're going to circle around London, have a look at some of the trains, see if we can catch some interesting freight, and just see what's about. It's a lovely sunny day at the moment, however rain is forecast, so it may get a bit more dreary later. Okay guys, here we are, we're at Gospel Oak. Oh no, we're not, we're at Barking even. We've just arrived here. It's taken about half an hour or so to get here from Southend East, and we're going to be getting this train through to Gospel Oak. Hi, so I've just hopped off the train for a minute. I'm here at Leytonstone High Road on Gospel Oak to Barking line, and just going to hang around here for a minute, see if any trains go through, and if not, we'll get on the next one and head back to Gospel Oak. So let's have a look, see what happens. Okay, looks like we've got a freight train just about to come through, and yep, here it comes. So that's being hauled by an old Yeoman Class 59. Nice to see one of those about. Don't know what it's pulling, probably some kind of aggregate. There we go, our first freight train of the day. Good old Leytonstone High Road, who knew? So here we are at Gospel Oak Station, and this is about a third of the way through our journey. So at the moment, we've only seen one freight train. Hopefully we'll see a few more when we get round to Clapham Junction. Behind me there is the train that I just came in on, and over on platform 1 is the train that I should have been getting to Clapham Junction. So I'll get over there in a minute, and we will get round to Clapham. But if I see anything interesting in the meantime, then I will certainly film it. Okay, so hi everybody. Almost missed this, but there is a freight train. Let's just turn the camera around. There we go. So we've got a Freightliner train. Well, not Freightliner, it's direct rail services, but obviously it's carrying quite a small container train actually. It's only about 1, 2, 3, 4 cars long, could be longer. I think it has got the curve just there, but yeah, class 66 on the front of this one. Okay, we've just got off at Willesden Junction. Reason being, look at this. GB Rail Freight Class 66 on some kind of works train. Look at that. I think what's becoming very obvious is the amount of General Motors trains that prevail around here. But this is Willesden Junction. We might just pop out here because I believe there's a few vantage points where we can get to see some really good trains. Right, so here I am. I've got off at Willesden Junction, as you know. We saw that class 66 with a works train, which was quite nice to see. So the thing is with Willesden, it's right on the West Coast Main Line, which is behind me, and we're just going to hang around and we're going to see what interesting stuff comes through. So let's just wait and see. So I'd heard there was a footbridge up here. We're just next to this Willesden traction maintenance depot, and look at that, one of the refurbished Class 73s just going through. They used to be fairly much a southern region engine, but obviously not at the moment. They go everywhere. What a wonderful vantage point. So we're right above the West Coast Main Line. Let's just shrink this back down a little bit, and let's wait for some trains to go through. Okay, so we've got an Avanti West Coast Pentolino going through. So we see heading up to Scotland. Apologies for the wobbling of the camera, but as the trains go through, it makes this bridge vibrate. Oh, it's a local. Okay, so we've got another freight. It's a Class 59. Again, on an aggregate train. It's coming through Willesden Junction. Who knew? Willesden's the day today. here I am back on the platform at Willesden Junction station. I'll be catching a train in a minute, but before I do, something's coming through. Okay, GB Rail Freight, Class 66. Love Class 66s. With a load of ferry wagons. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Well, I wasn't expecting that to come through. That was a bit of a surprise. My train's not due for about another 10-15 minutes, so you never know what we might get. So I've spent a lovely half hour or so here. I finally found the footbridge that I was told about. Met this lovely chap who gave me a few pointers. He obviously comes in quite often. I'm going to put the address below, but I would suggest getting open train times. It's a free website that you can go on to, and it tells you what trains are due and what trains are coming through, etc. You do need to kind of know what the BR head codes mean, which I don't, but that's something I'll just have to learn. So yes, I'm just waiting for my train to Clapham Junction. Once we get to Clapham, I may have to go and find somewhere to get some lunch, and then we'll watch some trains again. But so far it's been a pretty decent day. A lot of General Motors power. So we've seen Class 59s, which are the oldest GMs over here. Then we had the 66s, which date back from the late 90s. We did see a Class 67. Again, that's a GM, I believe, one of the ones that was built in Spain. Local traction, we saw the Class 73, which dates back to BR days, though that one is one of the newly updated ones. So far we're about halfway through the trip. I think it's about 12:30. We're not doing bad. We've had quite a good day so far. So we'll be back when we get to Clapham with a little bit more, unless something interesting comes through again while I'm here. Hi everybody, I am now here at a slightly windswept Clapham Junction station. I'm currently on, I think it's platform 1. I think so, yes, I'm on platform 1. As I said, I'm going to go and get myself a little bit of lunch. I am starving. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and as I said, it's been a pretty productive day, a good day for some train spotting. So I'll be back with you in about half an hour, though through the miracle that is editing it'll be instantaneous, and we'll have a look around the station and see if we can see some trains. Okay, so just saw this at one of the platforms at Clapham. So this is a Freightliner Class 59, and look at that, dear old Genesee in Wyoming have taken this one on. Again, whoop, fingers in the way. Again, she's on an aggregate train, I think. Very noisy here, trying to keep my voice up. Let's get to the front, take some photos. Look at that. We've got the windscreen wiper going. This has been a particularly successful day for spotting General Motors locomotives. Don't get me wrong, they are the most predominant locos that we've got. but I've not done so many in one day. You see, even on my way for lunch, I managed to find one. So as I mentioned earlier, these Class 59s were actually built for Foster Yeoman. As you can see, this one is actually named, if I can get in close, John F. Yeoman, Rail Pioneer. These were the first privately owned motives that were allowed to run on the British Rail network. They date from the 1980s. They are, if you look at the bogies, they are just SD bogies. I know that the Class 66s, what came after this, were based, I think, on the SD40-2s. I'm not sure whether these ones were as well, but I will find out, and hopefully you will find something underneath that will tell us. Anyway, lovely to see yet another one of these, but I'm afraid lunch is calling, so back up the stairs. Hi everybody, right, back to Clapham Junction Station. I am just outside one of the main entrances. It is, well and truly raining now, but we'll do our best. So let's head into the station.
Please stand back from the edge of the platform.
There's a lot of trains stabled between the platforms. I don't quite know how Clapham Junction works, but certainly this side of the station, so this is platforms sort of about 11 and 12 through to platforms 2 or 3, tend to be Southwestern trains, and over the other side you've got up to platform 17, you've got the Southern trains. Cool. We've got another freight train going through. Let's get down the end of the platform and see what we can see. Okay, so I'm certainly burning off my lunch today. Just run over to platform 17. I thought let's just hang on and wait until this thing goes. Another Class 66. As I said, Freightliner, which means it's Genesee and Wyoming owned, and it's been held at a red signal. So let's just wait and see what happens. I don't know what it's carrying. Oh. It's a JNA. Just for you American viewers, so just see how different our couplers are. We tend to use horn hook couplers are what you used to use on your models. So we use hook and chain style couplers. We've got screw links on this one, and we have buffers in between our locos, whereas you guys, coupler acts as the buffer. Look at it, wow. I don't know how long this one is. This is much better than what we were looking at on the other platforms. We're just going to give this a few minutes. Interestingly, we've got a rail map here. So as you can see, we started here in Barking, went all the way around here to Gospel Oak, then round here to Willesden Junction, and we've gone down here to Clapham. and we're going to go all the way around here up to Canada Water, Whitechapel, and then probably round to Highbury and Islington or Canonbury and catch the train back to Stratford. And then from Stratford we can get the Docklands to West Ham, and I can catch a mainline train on this lovely line here back home. But anyway, back to our class 66. I'm going to go down the front, see if I can get the guys in the cab to wave at us. There aren't many diesels around, certainly in this part of, or in my part of the railway network, so smelling diesel fumes is a bit odd. Anyway, get up the front here. Somebody else taking photos. Should be a deep lesson. Look at that. I do wonder what the drivers make of us. What else is happening around the station? Not a lot at the moment. Someone else taking photos. Apologies for some of my zoom ins and zoom outs and my finger getting in the way. I think I probably need to be holding this slightly differently. You must have to be patient to be a train driver, especially waiting for your route to be cleared. Oh, here we go. She's off any second. Got a yellow. Signal's green. Got away from the driver there. Good man. Well, that was worth the wait. Just hearing the power of those things as they rev up, it's just amazing. Next time I do one of these trips, I'm going to learn what each of these trains are. Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely carrying aggregate. I can just see some poking out at the top, over the top of some of these wagons. And there she goes. Wow, that was fun. Don't often see those, so we'll head back over to the other platforms and see what we can see. there might be something else come through in a minute. Oh look, it's the Gatwick Express. It's going fast. I suppose that's why it's an express.
For your safety, please stand back from the platform edge at all times. Please be aware that some platforms at this station have no or only partial tactile paving on the platform edge. Once the train arrives, please mind the step from the platform onto the train.
And there's the Gatwick Express going to Gatwick.
Customer information from the control center at Clapham Junction on behalf of South Western Railway. Engineering works will be taking place this Saturday and Sunday. Many lines will be affected by engineering works. Part of your journey will be replaced by buses, and a revised timetable will operate.
Hi everyone, it's just gone 2 o'clock in the afternoon and it is properly pouring down with rain. I've decided that what I'm going to do is get a train and start heading round. So we're going to go on a London Overground train to Dalston Junction. So unless anything interesting happens on the way, I will see you when I get there. Hello everybody and welcome to the organised chaos that is Stratford Railway Station. For my American friends who watch this, no, I haven't transported to Stratford upon Avon, birthplace of William Shakespeare. I'm actually at Stratford in East London, which was home to the 2012 Olympics. When I was a kid, Stratford was a bit of a minor interchange. The most famous thing about it was a huge depot, which unfortunately was closed by British Rail and is basically where the Olympic Village was built. It's now a really busy station with lots of trains primarily going into East Anglia, but also you've got the Docklands, you've got the London Underground, 2 lines of the London Underground come here, and the London Overground. So I'm not going to stay here for too long. Going to head over the platforms and get a Docklands train. Okay, so this is just the last bit of the video. So the Docklands Light Railway is going to take me to West Ham, and I'll be able to get a train home from there. But what kind of day has it been today? Well, I think it's been incredibly successful. We've seen loads of freight trains at lots of different locations. Woolston Junction turned out to be great. I'm really glad that I found that footbridge. I will make sure that the website's on there for you to use. That's suggested to me by my fellow train spotter who I met on the bridge. Clapham Junction, I can't believe how many freight trains I saw at Clapham Junction today. It was incredible. Weather was a little bit more, had it been better, I might have hung around certainly Woolston Junction for a bit longer, maybe at Clapham. But I hope this has given you a flavour of some of the trains that I get to see when I'm out and about in London. It's the only time I get to see freight trains. When you live down my end of the line, there is no freight. If you're lucky, you'll get a works train every now and again. So thanks for watching. Hope you can hear me because it's very noisy now, but please feel free to subscribe and I'll see you again soon.